Unlock Your Mama Power. My name is Laura Topper. I am here as I am every Tuesday, every Friday, broadcasting Unlock Your Mama Power here on this magnificent platform, New Thought Media Network. It is an incredible ministry, sharing the word of truth, of knowing, and of love, so that you can get a clearer knowing of who you truly are and how to navigate your life from a spiritual and a metaphysical perspective. So unlocking your mama power, what is that all about? I've been asked that question in the past week. Well, for me, it's about choosing freedom. Yes. Regardless of what is going on in the outer world of our lives, it's this choice that we can make to live in as the example of freedom. It's about healing our money story. This is a biggie for so many of us. Even if we don't think it is, it is. If we don't want to acknowledge it, it is. Healing that money story. Not because we want to be free, but because, it allows us to then live from that place of material prosperity, which it can be argued is, maybe we don't need to be focusing on that. And of course, we're not doing it for money. We're doing it for an enablement to be able to increase and expand of our own lived experience, if you like. And then it's because you are an incredible woman, leader. Not that those define you, but you have something very magical, very special to share, to bring to this life, to expand others' knowledge of their own prosperity and love with your spirit-led business. And that, for me, is what unlocking our mama power is all about. Standing in that power, being strong, or maybe not, but being able, if you like, powerful enough within ourselves to say, yeah, this is it now. This is my time. This is my now or never moment. I love that. This is my now or never moment. And how do we do that? When we're being, when we're in a place where it's like, oh my gosh, the rug's been pulled again. And I'm beginning again. I'm beginning again. How do we begin again? Very often in our lives, we will get catapulted into experiences that don't feel right and that feel unfair and it feels as if we're being tested again and again and again and challenged maybe. And yet it's all about the way we're looking at it and dealing with it and handling with it and perceiving it. And yet when we're in it, when we're in the midst of it, it doesn't feel good always. It doesn't feel right. We can say to ourselves in our mind, on a human level, oh, this is great. This is just a perceived challenge and I'm going to look at it very differently and feel it very differently and la 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 la. And yet that's not always easy to do when we're in it. That's not always a simple and easy task to do that. And we have these so-called challenges so that we can get to the heart of who we are, our inner resourcefulness. Last year was an amazing opportunity for each of us to kind of act, maybe not, just to kind of see where we each are individually and where we are collectively with this, where we are in terms of how we are managing our lives, beginning again. I can give you so many examples of me in my life where it's been like, oh my gosh, here I am again. Here I am again. It's like walking that labyrinth. When we go round and round and we think we're getting to the heart and we're not, we're being taken in and we're being led out. It's like we're going round and round, and yet each time we go round and we think we're coming back, and passing another place that we've been past before. Yet each time we're doing that, we're spiraling in this amazing kind of evolutionary spiral, which is always upwards, because we get to see it from a whole new place than the last time. It's not a linear experience. Our lives, our living is not linear. And so often, our minds and our brains will work in a linear way from A to B, and that's it, a direct road. Oh, I'm starting again. I'm just going to follow this route, and, it will be done in 10 easy steps. But it's not like that. And it's not like that. We will be inspired. So last year, when I made a choice in the moment to allow space to be the teacher for myself and my daughter. I allowed that space to be the teacher, to be the way shower, to be the healer, if you like. And in doing so, I also, I suppose, subconsciously was making a choice to start again, to start my life again, to look at everything from a new perspective. And it was scary because I didn't have the physical support, if you like, all laid out for me so that I could feel like everything was just there, easy. It's like, I'll take this step, I'll take that step, and it will all just fall into place magically. I didn't have that. I was absolutely being asked or invited to surrender, to beginning again, to surrender without a set diagram or plan, if you like, of how it would be. And by doing that, I allow myself to really, really tune in to that intuitive part of me that is always speaking through. And I had squashed that for so long. Even when I thought I wasn't squashing it and I was being really kind of open to listening, I realize now, as I'm having this conversation, as I'm saying all of this, that I was not listening. I was not listening fully. I was not fully open. And because of the experience in 2019, it invited me to really be open to my own sense, if you like, of intuitiveness, of not playing by the book, of not believing that this reality that I'm seeing is like set in stone, and I'm trying to make this reality absolutely perfect by being a certain way and showing up in a certain way and fitting in with everything. And everything I'm trying to fit in with is kind of just I won't say an illusion, but it's a reality that I've chosen to believe in. And it's just so incredible for me how I can see that the mind wants to keep us in a place where we keep reenacting it, believing that this is the only play. Just take that in for a moment. We believe that our experience of life is the only way it can be. And that this reality that we each create is kind of like a mold that we have to fit into to be accepted. Much of our society, most of it is built on ideas that are just a set of ideas that people have, and they congregate towards these ideas, and then we're born believing that these ideas are the ideas that are going to run our lives forever. And I'm daring you to break the mold on that. I'm daring you to live differently. I'm daring you to follow that inner voice, regardless of what you're seeing out there, because what you're seeing out there is just one perception of what you believe it is out there. It is not the full buffet. There are a million buffets. And we zone in on one plate, on one table somewhere of a dish that we like. Why do we do this? Well, as what I believe is that we do it, certainly from my own perspective, my own understanding, we do it because we're scared. We're too scared. We're too scared to speak up. We're too scared to surrender to something that might not be comfortable. We want it to be comfortable. We want it to be easy. We want to have all of those things around us that make us, not make us, but where we feel secure and safe. We want it all to be like secure and easy. And who said it was going to be comfortable? That's just an idea that we hold on to because it gives us a security blanket. Well, growth happens in the discomfort. Growth happens in the midst of the stuff. Growth happens where we don't feel as if it's all, it's all, we're out of that kind of like mold of the shoulds. Growth happens where we feel like we're taking a leap and we are uncertain of what we're leaping into even sometimes. Growth happens when we haven't capped our idea with the way it should look, what it should look like, because then we're limiting ourselves. Growth happens when we're prepared to listen, to take the steps, to move into the direction with believing, even when it doesn't feel right, still believing in yourself, in your dream, in your vision, still knowing that it exists because it's planted in your heart. That's where growth happens, and that's when we break through, and that's when we break free, because we then choose freedom, and that's what Mama Power is all about. Beginning again is a part of all of this. How do we begin again? We say yes. We say yes. Because really, in truth, everything is always beginning again. In every single nano moment, there is a new beginning. Creation is creating anew in every single split moment. And where we're placing our focus and our intention, like really placing it, like really zooming in, that's where we're going to see the actualization of what it is that we desire for our lives. So if we're focused on all of this world of effect that is really not even the reality that we're choosing, that we want, that we desire for our lives, if we're focusing upon that, then we're cutting ourselves off from the new beginning, which is the new beginning, which is the beginning again that we truly, truly desire in our hearts. We've got to be strong. We've got to have courage. We've got to say yes. We've got to remember that that plate on the buffet table that we're choosing is one plate, one dish, and that there are millions of buffets going on everywhere and trillions of dishes, and that when we zoom in and choose that one, we're saying, okay, it may taste amazing, and yet there is another, and there is another, and I'm here to taste, to explore, to experiment, to say yes to the newness in each and every moment. So I'm just looking at my notes here, and I'm just thinking that I'm kind of coming to a place where I've said a lot and I may not have much more that's coming through for today. Beginning again is a choice. Beginning again is a gift. Beginning again is where we get to look at our lives, to look truly at our desires, to look at where we are, to look at what we believe, what is that viewpoint that we have, to question it, to see where we think our life isn't working and asking, well, what is it I believe then? Because if this is the outpicturing and I'm not happy with it, then I must be the one that's carrying a certain point of view, certain beliefs, certain ideas about life. And this is where we have this incredible opportunity to do the work. There is no getting away from it. And I know that, sometimes we listen to videos and listen to people talking and we don't want to hear that bit. That bit's like, oh, let's just listen to this and that's it. I'll get on with my day. That's not, it's not going to serve. We are here to take responsibility for our own personal lives. If we want to see and feel and know and be a part of the change, the transformation that we are asking for, we've got to be prepared to be that change. It's such a cliche quote, isn't it? Be the change to see it, see the change to be it, whichever way round. The thing is though, at some point we say yes, put our hand up and say, yes, that's me. I am starting again. I'm desiring to begin again. And even like me, when I did say okay, I'm surrendering here. I'm allowing space to be the teacher between me and my daughter, as painful as that has been at times. I now understand and realize that that move that I made was a move of love. It was a move of love for me and for her and for our kind of collective umbrella relationship, the entity of our relationship. And even though I was kind of shit scared, I didn't know what I was going to do, it allowed me the opportunity to begin again, to surrender, and to actually fall in love with the process of being in that leaping process, that leaping, kind of that leap, taking that leap, the liminal, as we call it, falling in love with that and expecting miracles to pop up. I wrote that song, Miracles, and I believe in the words. I now have it all at one time. I expect miracles. That's just how life works. So if we have a limited view and if we have a reason why everything can't work or reason how everything works set in our mind, and if that's what we're living from, then we're going to experience that. When we stop putting blocks in the way, and that means when we stop having our own idea of how things should be, we open to how it truly really is. And that's when we start living. Great to be with you here on New Thought Media Network. Do you have any comments, any questions, anything you want to say, anything you disagree with? Please add it in. And I'm just so pleased to be here and speaking right now and sharing on New Thought Media Network, this incredible platform and ministry that serves globally to empower you, to inspire you, to shift something within you, to move something within you. And that's what I'm here for today on this glorious Friday. I have just wanted to say that you can sign up for this is what I wanted to share with you. On here. This is my declaration, my Mama Power declaration. You get it when you sign in to lauratopper.com. At the bottom of my page there is a sign-in form, and this is what you get. And this declaration is a reminder for you to read it, really read it, like 2-3 times a day. And it is a reminder, I have mine here always by me. It's a reminder that of the truth of who you are, the radiance, the power, the beauty, the love, the glory of who you are. And I wrote this because of the song that I wrote 2 years ago, Woman of Power. This is like a verbiage of that song. And you can download this and read it and bring it into your awareness and make it a part of your daily spiritual practice. That is on lauratopper.com. And as you sign in, you're also going to be getting information about my workshops, free events, and the inner circle, and all sorts of things that I am serving with and bringing to you right now. So beginning again, it's a place of courage, I know. It's also a place of freedom. It's a place of joy, and it's a place where you get to choose, to make a choice, and to recognize that actually, even when you think it's all falling apart and it all feels like absolute, how could it even get any worse, that there is a truth in all of it that you can turn to. And that is within you. It's within me. It's within each of us. And the more and more we tune into that, turn to that, do our prayer, affirmative prayer, do our meditating, do the spiritual practice, and question our beliefs and our viewpoints. That's the work, that's the key. Great to be here with you, and I'm going to leave you now. Please rewind back if you didn't hear it all. It's I said a lot. So have an amazing day, and love and peace and blessings to you in your heart. And remember to find all of the videos that are being made, all of the content, all the amazing teachings and learnings that are created daily for you. Blessings and love.